Noozhoh Canarias' trial took place on the final Sunday in March, at the beginning of a long season at the course which runs from February through to December. Well, the racecourse itself is situated in the heart of the city, in the equivalent of London's Hyde Park in the Casa del Campo. It was built in 1941, just after the Spanish Civil War, and it's such an impressive structure that it's even been declared a national monument here in Spain.
Here in Madrid is where everything happens. You know, the racegoers in Madrid they love to come here to the Hippodrome de la Zarzuela, which is in the middle of the town. It has beautiful views. We are in a wonderful place, so we try to encourage them to come every Sunday.
I think it's a very nice track. It's not very big. The track is very good. We have races throughout the year, and you know, the grass is always, and the turf is always looks nice, and it's good ground. So it's nice to run horses here, and it's big turns, and it's good for the horses.
Racing in La Zarzuela is actually quite nice. It's a lovely racetrack, as you see. It's a very fair track. Usually good ground or fast ground on it. There is a good atmosphere in it, and there's a good management team which is improving things, so the future is good, I think. Prize money is it's quite good, you know. The level of racing, you know, normally those sort of races, the listed horses winning it, you know? So there are room for top handicappers maybe coming to win those races. Lately, Australia, they won 2 years ago. I think he was beaten last year. Ray Beckett brought a horse and he was second. So there is a chance for them to find the race here.
Madrid Racecourse is also home to some 400 horses who are trained on the track. The following morning I went to the course to catch up with some familiar faces, including Group 1 winning jockey Oscar Urbina. He's now back riding in Spain after successful stints with both Luca Comani and James Fanshawe, and he's delighted the country has another flag bearer.
To have a horse like Noozhoh Canarias, you know, he's trained in one track. We don't have the facilities like England or America, you know, so it's a big achievement, you know, to have a horse that good.
And what have you made of his performances so far?
Well, everything he's done at the moment is been good, you know. He's come on this year, and listen, now I think he should just take like an open mind, just go to England and enjoy. And if he's capable to win, that'd be a dream, you know. But it'd be tough for him. It's a good horse, so it's not that he can go there and try. Why not? You know, it's only once in a lifetime for that horse to run in the Guineas. It's going to be tough, but it's going to be tough for everybody.
You've ridden in the Guineas many times. What sort of horse do you think it takes to win at Newmarket with the complicated nature of the track?
I think you have to have a good horse. A horse he travels and he can handle the deep and he can quicken the last 2 furlongs. I mean, that's the perfect horse. But every good horse, he will handle the track. I have no doubt he will handle the track. The mile, we don't really know. It's a tough mile in Newmarket. Yeah.
As far as Noozhoh goes, he's Spanish bred, he's Spanish trained, he's Spanish owned, he's going to make history in Newmarket. What's that like for the Spanish fans? Is it a real sense of pride for you?
Yeah, of course, you know. I mean, just go to England and compete in such a big race, you know. Well, like you say, with Spanish horse bred, you know, Spanish trainer, so it'd be great, you know. I mean, I think that they'd be delighted if he managed to be in the first 4. They'd be delighted, you know. It'd be a big achievement. Would you
like to ride him?
I would love to ride him.
The leading trainer in Madrid is Guillermo Ariscoreta, and he too has spent time in England with Luca Comani. He knows a good horse when he sees one and believes Noozhoh Canarias is the real deal.
He's got very good form. He proved it in France in the Jean-Luc Lagardère, so I think it's very difficult, the Guinness, but he's a very good horse and he's worth trying.
What did you make of his performance yesterday?
I think you cannot ask for anything more. he went front, he showed lots of speed, and probably he'll be better with better ground. So.
And you've seen lots of very good horses in your time at Noozhoh Canarias. Do you think he's good enough to compete on that level?
Well, it's hard to say, but I think he's good enough to try, and he'll run okay. I don't know where he finished, but he won't be last.
Of all the horses you've seen training here in Spain, is he one of the best?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. He's the more speedy and the more precocious we've seen.
Yeah. And as far as representing Spain in England, it must be very special to have a horse to advertise Spanish racing.
Yeah, it's very important. Everybody's with him, and we hope he does well.
Noozhoh Canarias is also trained on the racecourse, and I paid a visit to his trainer to see how he'd come out of the race. Tell us about the story of Noozhoh Canarias. How did you end up with the horse in your yard?
Well, he was a horse that we used to. Her mom was our first winner. We trained her mom, and the owner decided to buy him. We liked him from the beginning. He had big quality of muscles and everything. So, and plus that we had her mom, so we finished buying him.
And he looks amazing here this morning. Are you pleased with how he's progressed over the winter?
Oh yeah, he haven't grown a lot, but he's now a lot stronger, and so he has developed a nice conformation in his body and everything looked like he's switching on.
Yeah. And we saw his prep run yesterday. Very impressive. You must have been very pleased with that run.
Oh yeah, even if the ground was not very good for him and everything, he always tried hard, and he got big hard, and so it was quite nice preparation for him.
And after the race, it looked like the jockey was struggling to pull him up. He was quite keen.
Yeah, because, it's the kind of horse that when he's between horses, he always looking for a fight, and he will give you a bit more always. But when he get along, he just got a bit boring on front. So as long as everybody came, he was keen to go again and keep going.
And he likes to run from the front. That's what we saw yesterday. Is that the tactics you'll adopt in Newmarket?
Well, it's not necessary to be in the front. He got a big stride, and he liked to use it. Yeah. If somebody, I believe that in Newmarket with faster pace and everything, it wouldn't be necessary to be in the front.
Yeah. Is he quite a keen horse, quite strong?
At 2-year-old he was. Yesterday he wasn't any keen. He was, he was in the front, but he was sitting nice and relaxed because, he's a bit more mature in the head as well.
And what's he like as a character? Because you've obviously travelled him before, but do you think he'll cope with the travelling to Newmarket? I
don't think, he's very professional, and when we travelled to Paris, he didn't give any problem. He didn't miss a single foot, and he liked to eat his meal and stay quiet, so it's not a problem for him to be travelling.
Now, he's proven himself at Group 1 level in France. That's very good form.
Yeah.
Did he surprise you, or did you always know he was of that quality?
Well, at the beginning, we always have it in the back of the mind, but, it's quite difficult for us to know at what level it is because we haven't got many races of that. Yeah. So, and we haven't got line to follow. We believe from the beginning from him. I was close to take him to Royal Ascot, and
as a 2-year-old.
As a 2-year-old, yeah, we tried to run him in the Coventry, but he got a bit sort of shins, and we stayed here. But we always thought that he was very good. Be at this level, it was good. It was difficult to say.
Yeah, and obviously now he's going to Newmarket. He's going to be taking on the best colts in Europe.
Yeah.
You have lots of experience with those top colts. Do you think he's good enough?
If I wasn't thinking that he could make it, I wouldn't go.
Yeah. And tell us about your background, Enrique, because you spent a lot of time in Newmarket.
Yeah, I worked 4 years in Newmarket with Mr. Function, who was a beautiful experience. It opened my eyes in quite a lot of ways, and I'm very grateful to them because they were very nice people, Mr. Function and his wife to me. So it was a beautiful experience, and I did work as well with David Lauder, who it teach me many things, and it was as well, it was huge experience for me.
Yeah, and you rode Soviet Song, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I did rode Soviet Song at 2 and a 3-year-old, and I believe that was a big change in my life because it gave me huge experience with good horses.
And you presumably have ridden Noozhoh.
Yeah.
How does he compare? What's he like in the mornings?
Well, Noozhoh is very strong horse. He got a lot of power, even if he is not very tall. Yeah. The power that you can feel all the time that you got a lot of power under you. So it's great. There were different horses, so some with Noozhoh, but at the end they were both great horses.
Very good. And at Newmarket, it's obviously, the track well, the dip sometimes finds a lot of horses out. How do you think he'll handle it? Is he quite well balanced?
Yeah, he got that the best that he got. He is very well balanced and he adapts himself to many ways. Being so nice in the head, it gives you he's happy with everything. He tries all the time. So I believe that he can make it. In the market.
And what ground will you want for him?
We wouldn't want soft ground. I will be happy with good ground. Maybe good to soft. It wouldn't be much. We don't want soft ground. If there is the chance to be soft, we wouldn't travel.
And he was ridden by Soumillon in France. José Luis Martinez here. Have you made a decision who will ride?
No, we haven't made a decision yet, and I need to sit with the hornet and have a chat and see who will be on him. But it's not decided yet.
Is Soumillon impressed with him in France?
Yeah, he was very happy with the horse. He thought that he was a horse who can progress as well. So, it gives him very good feeling, the horse.
And what's your plan before the Guineas? His preparation, will he stay here in Madrid before the race?
Yeah, well, we got the advantage of nice weather all the time over here. We are not going to go earlier. We will fly a few days before and we will make all the preparation over here.
So he'll just go a few days before?
Yeah.
And will he stable at the racecourse?
Yeah, probably he will be stable in the racecourse, yeah.
And tell us about the owners of the horse, because they bred him, he's trained here in Spain, he's own bred, he's by a Spanish stallion. That must be, very special.
Yeah, the owners are very enthusiastic people, they are, a pleasure to people to work for because they let you do your job and they're all the time happy with everything. So, it gives you all the... It gives you, the good feeling in the bad times as well. So, they are good owners, as Noozhoh is a racehorse. They are very good people. And
what's the reaction been like here in Spain, the interest in Noozhoh?
Well, at the beginning, everybody said that we were crazy, and now, and now everybody is with us. It's a beautiful feeling, to see all the, we didn't need it. Somebody like Noozhoh, to put everybody together and have something to look for, because now that we are starting again racing after several years without racing, the crowd needs all the time a start to make them dream and keep following. So it's very good feeling,
And there are a lot of fans. There'll be a big crowd in Newmarket, do you think?
Yeah, I do think, many people are telling me already that they're buying tickets. So, I'm looking forward to have the experience with everybody because, it will be a bit of, it's going to be the horse of everybody at that day.
And if running in the Guineas, it's going to make history as the first ever Spanish runner. What would it mean to you to have the first ever Spanish winner?
Oh, well, I don't try to sing, and that, not to put pressure, just keep working like we do every day, keep the feet on the ground and keep working, it's already a victory to us be there.
Yeah. And what do you think his price should be on the day?
I don't know, he's been back since 100, I do got a good feeling with him, I don't know what the price is gonna be because, I'm not much into betting, but, I got the feeling that he got the chance.
What do you think of the opposition this year?
Well, it's a Guinness, if there is horses, I'm big enthusiastic of Australia, it's a horse that I think is just amazing, so I know it's not simple to go there, it's gonna be, but for us, it's a huge honor to be next to that kind of horses, so it's great, the opposition.
Noozhoh Canarias will now carry the hopes of a nation to Newmarket, where he'll be the first horse ever to fly the flag for Spain in a British Classic.